horizontal and vertical lines. So I want us to go back and look at some of these other things we've done in previous videos. Here, look at this line. It has a slope of 2. It has a positive slope, and it has this shape. Here, our slope was -1/2, and we have this shape. Negative slope, positive slope, negative slope, right? Back in this video, positive slope, negative slope, negative slope. Notice that there's some consistency to what a positive slope looks like, what a negative slope looks like. So if we have a positive slope, something like this looks a little bit like this. If we're a little car and we are driving, then we're going to be driving uphill. If we're driving from the left to the right, then our car is driving uphill. I'm going to draw myself a little car down here. I, of course, am the best artist that has ever existed in the history of ever. And this will, of course, be the best car that you have ever seen. Beautiful. I have never drawn anything better than that, surely. All right. So if you're a little car driving from the left to the right, a positive slope means you're driving uphill. So an example would be something like y equals 2x plus 1. That has a positive slope, and the car drives uphill. For a negative slope, your little car driving from the left to the right is going to be driving downhill. Driving downhill. So, example be something like y equals -4x plus 2. And the car drives downhill. You know what? I can fit this all in one line. You're lucky you're watching this as a recorded video. I'm very obnoxious. I'm very obnoxious in my in-person classes. I'm always rearranging things, like it all be neat and tidy. So you might be wondering, okay, positive, negative, what in the world are these? Why is there more space here? And I will tell you why. Because there are other types of lines, as you may have guessed from the title of this section, horizontal and vertical lines. This right here, my friends, is a horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. Okay. A horizontal line means that every point on this line has the same y value. They have different x values, but they all have the same y value. And the way that a horizontal line looks in its equation form is something like y equals whatever y value it is that this line is on. So y equals -5. Right? This is a horizontal line. Ooh. Oh, come on. Do not be like that. Okay, it will be like that. So I guess it just has to stay that way. Horizontal line. And we have our little car, right? Mr. Car, and he's still driving from the left to the right. And when he's driving from the left to the right, we have no problems. He's just not going up or downhill. And we say that his slope is 0. So this is slope 0. If we have a vertical line, that's going to be a line like this. All of these points on this line have the same x value, but different y values. So it's going to look very similar to the to the horizontal line, but instead of y equals -5, it's going to be x equals a number. So x equals 3, because all of the points on this line are the points where x is 3. Here we have an issue if we try to get our little car to drive, because he cannot drive on this. He simply cannot. Uh, he's falling. There's no slope here. It's not a slope of 0. It's not a positive slope or a downhill slope. There is no slope. This is an undefined slope. Right? So these are the 4 different slope scenarios we can have. We can have a scenario where there's a positive slope, we can go uphill. We can have a negative slope, we're going downhill. Horizontal line where we have no slope, so it's just a flat line, flat horizontal line, or we could have a vertical line that goes straight up and down and has an undefined slope. I shouldn't say no slope here, it has a slope. The slope is 0. This one doesn't have a slope. So let's do a few examples of finding the slope and the x and y intercepts of these lines and sketching that. So y equals 4. Y equals 4. This is going to be the line where everybody has the y value 4. If I draw that, right, here's y value 4. If I need everybody to have the y value 4, I am drawing a horizontal line at y equals 4. This is a horizontal line. Horizontal lines do not hit the x-axis unless it is the rare case where you're talking about the line y equals 0, in which case every point is an x-intercept. But for the most part, there's no x-intercept for horizontal lines. So here, it does not hit the x-axis. There is no x-intercept. The y-intercept, bam, it hits right here at 4. The y-intercept is 4. Horizontal lines have a slope of 0. Sorry, that's my alarm. Slope of 0. That is graphing a horizontal line. Looking at this guy down here, we have x equals -2. So this is going to be the line. I'm going to copy paste. I am lazy. Duplicate. This is the line where every point has x value -2. Every point has x value -2. So here's -2 on the x-axis. So we want every point to have that x value. So this is the line, x equals -2. The x-intercept is here at -2. And then very similarly to how most horizontal lines don't have x-intercepts, most vertical lines do not have y-intercept unless you are on x equals 0. So there is none for this line. The slope of a vertical line, think about our little car, he would fall straight down. Undefined slope. Undefined. Let's do some examples using slope formula. So our slope formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we're finding the slope between points. We have 2 sets of points here. So we have x1, y1, we have x2, y2. We're going to plug them into our slope formula right here. So y2 is -8. Y1 is -8. divided by x2 is 3 minus x1 is -7. Here, minus a negative is the same thing as plus, so this is really -8 plus 8. On the bottom, this is 3 plus 7. So we have 0 over 10. 0 over 10. And 0 over 10 is just 0. The slope between these two lines is 0. They have the same y value, but different x values. They are on a horizontal line. If we wanted to find the equation of this line, which, oops, I do not want my camera on, actually. If we wanted to find the equation of this line, stickers, there we go, add. All right, there's one point here at -7, -8, so here's -8, right? This is -7. So there's a point down here. Over here, we have 3 -8, so I don't know, 3, who cares? -8. The line ends up being right here without a tilt, you know, act like I can draw a straight line. Here we go. This is the line y equals -8. One of the ways I've had students memorize that it's supposed to be y equals for a horizontal line is that y's kind of look like an upside down h. Like if you turn h upside down, it looks like a y. So horizontal lines are y equals lines. Or whatever works for you. Let's do it with this next one. All right, we have 2 points. We have x1, y1. We have x2, y2. y2 is 3. So we have 3 minus -1, all divided by x2 is 4, x1 is 4. So this is going to become 4 divided by 0. That is an uh-oh. We cannot divide by 0. Uh-oh. Can't divide by 0. So this slope is undefined, which means it is a vertical line. Right? Vertical lines are all going to have the same x value, and that x value is 4. The equation of this line is going to be x equals 4. Right? So if you run into a situation where you're trying to find an equation of a line and you have two y values that are the same, you know it's going to end up being a horizontal line if you have a slope of 0. And then it's going to be y equals a number for a horizontal line. For a vertical line with an undefined slope, it's x equals a number. So let's do a few more examples. There's one on here that's not a vertical line, but we'll do it anyway for fun. So let's find x-intercepts, y-intercepts, slope, and write the equation in y equals mx plus b form, where relevant. Our x-intercept here is -2. Our y-intercept is at 4. The slope of this line, let's see, we start with our left point, we go up 4, we go right 2. Our slope is going to be rise is 4, run is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the equation of this line, y equals, slope is 2x, y-intercept is 4 plus 4. And it is always the y-intercept for slope. Y equals mx. For y equals mx plus b, b is always the y-intercept. All right, looking at this next one, this line does not hit the x-axis. There is no x-intercept. The y-intercept is down here at -1. This is a horizontal line, and the slope of a horizontal line is 0. The equation of this line, these all have the same y value. It's a horizontal line. This is y equals -1. For this last one, the x-intercept is here at 2. There is no y-intercept. Straight up and down lines our car cannot drive on, so this is an undefined slope. It is a vertical line, and vertical lines have the equation x equals, and the value that x equals is whatever x value this line lands on, which is 2. And that's that. So that is all I have to say about horizontal and vertical lines. Have a great day. See you in another video.